That's right. I have Senator Angus King of Maine. Thank you so much. You just put out a statement. You just came up to me and told me how upset you are about the big news this afternoon, which is the witness vote that failed.
I've been taking notes through this whole thing. I wrote twice in my notes as I was listening to the arguments, how can anybody possibly vote against this?
Well, 51
Night court wouldn't run like this. I mean, it's preposterous, particularly where you have a guy standing there saying, I'm prepared to give substantive, important evidence. And I don't know how you go home and say, I didn't want to hear anything. I mean, the vote itself was sort of anticlimactic because we heard that Lisa Murkowski and Lamar Alexander weren't going to vote. I kept thinking, I honestly thought during the debate, this is going to change some minds. Some people over there are going to say, I just can't do this. But they did.
Did you also, the New York Times reported another part of what they have seen, or at least heard about in the transcript of the Bolton book. Was there any discussion, any scuttlebutt that maybe that could change any minds?
Well, Adam Schiff brought it up in his argument. Yeah. He mentioned the more recent story, but it didn't seem to affect anybody. Again, I thought, well, here's the thing. It's all going to come out. So people who voted no, what if it comes out and it's really damning and just confirms everything? They're going to say, well, I voted no knowing that it might come out, and I'm going to vote to acquit, and I didn't really want the information. I just don't know how you justify that. I can understand there's a legitimate debate about whether this is impeachable and, those kinds of things. But to say, but we don't want the evidence, just doesn't pass a straight face test.
And this is unprecedented in a lot of ways, but the biggest is that we're in an election year. So it might not matter with regard to the impeachment trial, but how much, based on what you're hearing back home, will it matter with regard to public opinion and therefore votes in November?
Well, I can tell you the people in Maine were absolutely for witnesses. I mean, those
and
were
your Republican colleague voted that way.
And she voted that way, and that was certainly what I was hearing. But you've seen the polls. I mean, 75% nationwide, 50% are Republicans. And I just think, I think it's bound to be an issue for those folks who voted no. I can't speak to what the campaign's going to be like in any given place, but I can figure out neither the merits nor the politics of it.
Okay. Senator, thank you so much for stopping. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Back to you.